It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Falcons and the Eagles on Monday Night Primetime.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the 8th pick in the draft. The lefty who led your alma mater, Washington, to the national championship game, Brock, Michael Penix Jr.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
That throw intended for Drake London. And now it's second down. Penix working from the gun. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix now on first down. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up second down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Cooper DeJean with the stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Penix here from the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into these short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have. The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
They send him left out of the slot. On first down, Hurts completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled by Rook Orororo. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will put an end to the drive after it stalled out. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Throw reeled in by London. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Falcons will have a first.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On first down, here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. It's into the hands of Mooney. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Penix. Pitts brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Penix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. And again, it's Penix. Got a man, it's London. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Handoff for Robinson, running right. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. To the air with Penix. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Dory Jackson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short throw is dropped, this one's incomplete.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He's got Devontae Smith. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First time this game they've looked to him, and it's going to be 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Smith. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Staying with Robinson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8. Penix looking to pass. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism, and that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time, so move on to the next one.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Picked up at the 38. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. Penix on first down. Catch made over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down from the red zone. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-0 lead. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. He's got a gain of 6 there. DeMarco Hellams there on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This defense just coming to life before our eyes, Kate, taking advantage of the situation they're in. Just feel their creativity, right? When you get a lead like this, it just allows you to be a little looser, to play a little bit faster, and to continue to make an impact that time with a sack.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion, out of the slot. They go play action. Here's Penix. He wants a heater. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Penix working from the gun. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Design bootleg here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Penix here from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
The kick by Lutz is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Jackson now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
Kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
On 1st down, Hurts. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more, from the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it. And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Now they send their back in motion right. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hurts to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points, and that's mission accomplished there.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Throwing the out route complete. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Play action. Here's Penix. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Penix on third down. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away. Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. They've got first down from the 31. Dotson now in motion right. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Johnson up the middle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled by Rook Orororo. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They send a man in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
Throwing here, Hurts. Into traffic, complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. From the pistol, Hurts. Hauled in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles in need of some points before the break. Sticking with the option, he's headed right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll get him back to 11. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he takes this one back for the pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 4. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix now on 1st down. Got a man, it's London. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Penix. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Penix now to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one, and brings up 3rd down. And again, it's Penix. Got a man, Robinson has it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We've reached the midway point of this game. The visiting Falcons taking a lead into that locker room. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. 30-13, the final score. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Robert Woods, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Hurts looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Hurts setting up to throw. This one finds Goedert.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Penix on first down. Pitts brings it in. And he's out of bounds just short of the 15. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Robinson on the inside give. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Going to the ground again on first. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Penix here from the gun. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Penix working from the gun. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Penix now. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Hurts now from the gun. Buying some time right. He's running for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 1st down, Hurts. Hits him on the out route. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It takes a coordinated effort by everybody offensively. O-line, tight ends, and of course those backs. Somewhere, somebody, well, they missed by just enough for the defense to break through and blow that play up.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
It's Dotson on the catch. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He has it at the 13. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 24. Throwing the out route complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action, here's Penix. Throw reeled in by London. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Penix to throw. Flush down now to his left. Oh, he's gonna run for it!
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. You found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
When a defender can get his hands on a pass and knock it away in any way, that's usually good things for the defense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's got Smith. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Punting unit out now. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Robinson. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Call it a lone yard on the run. It's going to be fourth down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. But just flow to the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
Fields this at the 19. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. 65 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Back to throw, Hurts. Pass caught by Dotson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. And he's able to keep it moving down to the 28. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the gun, Johnson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He's inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. they'll run it with Bijan. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted, it's going to be 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Hurts looking to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Trying an option here, play to the left. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Hey, forget about it. Forget 1st down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Hurts setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's calling his own number again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Oh man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. A gain of 27 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Penix working from the gun. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Penix able to hit Robinson, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You could see that screen develop as the linemen pull right out in front. Sets up a nice game. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
It's Algier on 3rd. And he's brought down for a loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Falcons down by only 3. Young Hui-Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the fourth.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Running back sent in motion left. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. To throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That one's complete to London. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Back to throw. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here he is to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Handoff now to Robinson. Oh no, the ball is loose! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for second down.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. But they're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. On second down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense making its way back out now. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 38. That's Smith on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 47. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up and there he goes. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
3rd and short, he's taking the option right. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, that happens so fast. That decision, we talk about decisions in the passing game all the time. But in these run options where you give it to the back or you keep it yourself, that decision-making is so critical. Well done to get the 1st.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Oh, big interception here. The Tennessee rookie picks it off. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6, you get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 a multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And in overtime, it was their defense who actually came up with the heroics, not by making a stop, but by being the ones to score that game-ending touchdown. What an unexpected and exciting way to conclude this incredible ball game. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Philadelphia.